Welcome to the next AnyLogic 9, given by Dr. Andrei Borshchev, our CEO, Alexander Dumanskiy, the head of AnyLogic Cloud development, Yulia Tropina, AnyLogic 9 product owner, and Gregory Monakhov, our senior tech support engineer. Sorry, Gregory. Together, they will be presenting AnyLogic 9 features, a demo, and certainly some AnyLogic Cloud activity as well. Thanks, guys.
All right. Hello again, and welcome to the second presentation from AnyLogic development team. So a couple of corrections. Alexander, this guy over here, he is the head of AnyLogic Cloud and AnyLogic 9 developments. The right pronunciation of Gregory's last name is Monakhov. All right.
Correct.
Okay, and everything else was correct. Thank you, thank you, John. So, this hour is about our second thread of development, which is AnyLogic 9 and Cloud, our new and absolutely new product, which is 9, of course, and we will start with the cloud and then proceed to AnyLogic 9. With regards to the questions, please, all questions at the end. There will be no separate session for questions about after the cloud. All right. So yes, let's go ahead. So those of you guys who have attended other conferences, be it AnyLogic conferences or other, have seen that slide already. I was showing it to say that. Oops. Yeah, the next. Please. That the model development lifecycle could be roughly divided into two parts. It's model development and model execution. And my idea, as of 2017, I think, was that the execution of simulation models is migrating to the cloud. And by then, I was thinking that the model development tools will for the nearest, by then again, future will remain desktop applications. Now I have reconsidered that because things are changing really fast, and the next generation of AnyLogic 9 will be 100% web-based model development product. Okay, and with that, I'll pass microphone to Gregory Monakhov, who will start with updating you on what's new in our AnyLogic Cloud.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, Andrei. And let's start our journey through new AnyLogic Cloud features from AnyLogic Private Cloud, our on-premises solution for remote model execution. So those of you who try to install Private Cloud, remember that it is a very complicated software which you install on server. It's hard to manage, hard to install. And now we handle it, and Private Cloud Lite as well as Private Cloud Pro are provided with simple one-click installer. It is literally one click because you need to execute the only command. As for the Cloud Enterprise, it is still more complicated than one click because many servers are involved in the installation, but it is also relatively simple. And casual model developer is able to install both Cloud Lite Pro and Cloud Enterprise. In addition, each private cloud comes with simple backup restore scripts. They are also one-click scripts, and it is very convenient in case if you would like to migrate the cloud. In addition, we provide a comprehensive administrator manual which comes with installation, architecture, configuration, and troubleshooting guides. These guides are helpful at each part of the product lifecycle. For instance, you want to present the product to your security department and evaluate the product, or you want to maintain the product in a stable state and implement kind of customization in the cloud look and feel or internal configurations. The administrator manual is here to help you. The manual is available online and it is updated with each product release. So another notable feature in Private Cloud is Administrator Dashboard or Admin Panel. It is available in every admin account of your Private Cloud. You can find it in the Profile drop-down menu. From the Admin Panel, you can create or remove users. It is very convenient to disable regular sign-up options and provide the only option to create new user through administrators. Besides user management, you can also manage tasks, such as running models. Cloud administrators can abort prematurely any experiments running in the cloud right now. Of course, the admin panel shows current cloud status and health report. In case if some services are malfunctioning, you will see the information here. You will be alerted at this tab. Through the Services tab, you can restart malfunctioning services and update some services you want to update. At last, through the admin panel, you can create custom brands of your cloud. You can replace our logo and color scheme with your company logo and style. And also, the Private Cloud have another important feature about native third-party libraries. So in the Private Cloud, it is possible to execute any third-party code. Imagine you have Python or C++ code invoked from your model. When you export the model to Private Cloud, you will be able to execute this code like if you run it at desktop. So you can include custom third-party libraries in your models and invoke the code for various purposes. The last two new features are about both products, both public cloud and private cloud. The first one is downloadable all-runs results in JSON file. The file contains all-runs data of all model versions and experiments. And you can use this file as input to various business intelligence and data visualization software. Another notable thing is Cloud API documentation. It describes not only API and provides API references, but also includes helpful, ready-to-run examples, which you can run directly in browser or copy-paste to your development environment. It is very helpful when you try to integrate your cloud models with third-party applications. And now it's time to shed light on features we never presented before. The first feature is internationalization. So here how the cloud interface looks right now. And here how the cloud interface looks in Chinese language. This option gives you an opportunity to speak with clients on their native language. In combination with custom branding feature, you can satisfy needs of any client from any country, since you can create your own custom localizations in private cloud. It helps in case if none of built-in localization suites. Another, I would say, very major feature is enterprise authorization. As you may know, large companies have strict security requirements, and they ask us to authorize users in cloud through the enterprise protocols. Alex is a well-known specialist in the enterprise authorization protocols, and here, Alex, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Let me pick up from here. So I actually can tell you a lot about this thing. And first thing I want to tell is that this was a major request from the enterprise customers, because when you're dealing with a huge corporation, you usually have a lot of user accounts, and this becomes a pain for your system administrator because you have to create new accounts, switch passwords, edit their details, etc., to grant access to the cloud. Now, this works fairly simple. If you set up the integration from your private cloud with your Active Directory or LDAP server, your system administrator can access their tool of choice. Here in this screenshot, we can see the Azure Active Directory, where they can add the new accounts in their regular way. Once the account is added, you can already use it to log into to the cloud, and or you can also see that all the user details get synchronized, like their information, their first and last name, their password, and even the email address. So the system administrator will not have to update all this thing in order to block the account once the access gets revoked. They can also do this in their Azure Active Directory. We currently support two protocols, which is the LDAP, and you can use it for your OpenLDAP server, for Sun Directory server, Novel eDirectory, or any other compatible LDAP provider. And the Active Directory, which is your regular to-go Windows Enterprise solution. These features will be available in the Cloud Pro and Enterprise versions only. And they're great.
Yeah, great introduction to enterprise authorization. Thank you, Alex. And we come to another feature file that as output, as experiment result, you get the file. So it means that model generates some file during the experiment execution, and you should be able to download it from the cloud dashboard. It can be some custom Excel reports you want to generate manually. It can be some custom execution logs you want to collect in CSV file, or it can be custom JSON files you want to import to Power BI or other kind of data visualization software. We provide files as output similarly to all other outputs, so you can simply drag and drop them in the output section of your run configuration object. Any file type is supported, and here it is convenient to use archive types, because in case if the model has many files as output, you may put them in a single archive and download as a single file. Also, it is convenient to use the same file for both input and outputs. For instance, you have an Excel workbook with two sheets, inputs and outputs. Initially, output section is empty, but you provide it the file as input. As a result, you get the same file with filled both inputs and outputs. And of course, initially, the feature is supported only in single experiments. I suppose this feature is cool enough to present it during this session, not with slides, but with live demo. So here we go to the live demo. You should be able to see my AnyLogic screen. And I want to go full screen. Yeah, if you are not full screen, please go full screen. Here we have a very simple queuing model. We have an ATM, and people withdraw some cash from the ATM. So here you see the ATM, some flowchart animation, and we collect time and system. How much time people spend to withdraw the cash. The histogram you see collects and visualizes aggregated data, and our out file stores raw data. It stores information about enter time, exit time, and time and system for each person respectively. So let's stop the model execution and check the file. You can open the folder with the file from the projects view. I'm pressing here and I'm navigated to the respective folder. And here you see my execution log, agent ID, enter time, exit time, and time and system. For now, I'll erase all the contents and save the file since it is going to the cloud. Now I'm go back to my model and open run configuration object. So here I see my inputs and outputs. I already have the histogram as output, but file is not specified yet. I drag and drop the file output file.csv from resources section to output section and save the model. Then I'm ready to export the model to the cloud. I want to make it public and choose test category for my model. And I'll include all source files as part of the model. And now the model is exported and opened in my cloud. And here is my dashboard. From here, I can set some inputs, and after I run the model, I will see the respective outputs. I expect to see the histogram and the output file here. Let's download the file and check its contents. And here we go. All raw data is collected in the file. Now, in this way, you can generate any files of any type and collect any customizable outputs. Okay, let's go back to the slides. And that's all about new features. And let's take a look at an overview on the family of AnyLogic Cloud products. So the entry point here is our free SaaS solution. It has certain limitations, but it already provides a lot of cool features. You can run experiments in the cloud, store and share model results, and it is great for those who learn and teach AnyLogic and for a certain part of research. On top of the free functionality, we provide cloud subscription. It includes everything mentioned in the free plan, plus unlimited model execution time, private model storage space, and access to cloud API. This feature suits to researchers and consultants who can create and share their consulting projects and models in the cloud. Also, you may use the cloud to run heavy multi-run experiments here because the cloud is more powerful than any of the desktop computers. And here we have a surprise for cloud subscribers.
So this is the currently available feature set, but this today, actually after this presentation, you will learn that AnyLogic Cloud subscribers will be entitled to use one more feature, and that's, let's keep it secret for now.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrei. Sometimes companies need to store data on-premise in on-premise environment. In this case, software as a service solution doesn't suit. Entry point for our on-premises environment is Private Cloud Lite. It provides all mentioned functionality plus on-premises environment with up to 16 execution cores. Also, you can create custom brands with the private cloud and execute third-party libraries in the cloud. This suits to consolidated companies with a small number of model users, since 16 cores is comparable with powerful desktop computer. Actually, such computer can house the Private Cloud Lite. Next step is Private Cloud Pro. It provides all features of Cloud Lite plus extended number of execution cores. And here you can use enterprise authorization protocols in case if your security department asks for it. So it's suites for larger companies with medium number of users and for those who want to run heavy multi-run experiments, since 64 is a number of course unreachable for any desktop computer. And the top tier cloud is Private Cloud Enterprise. Similarly, it supports all Private Cloud Pro features plus unlimited number of execution cores. It suits for large companies and consultants with the heaviest multi-run experiments. So this is how family of AnyLogic Cloud products looks like right now. And we're ready to discuss our plans for the next year. So in the next year, we plan to improve scenario management in the cloud by adding all runs view table as part of the cloud graphical interface. The table will allow you to search, filter, and perform other scenario management operations. Also, we want to extend Cloud API. Currently, it doesn't cover operations with files, and we plan to allow to create models with file as output using Cloud API. Also, we plan to add the file as output feature to multi-run experiments. We do not add it right now because we are not sure what is the right way of file aggregation for multi-run experiments. We can send a single archive with all files, we can aggregate the data in the files, and so on. So we want to release this feature, collect user feedback, and then proceed with implementation of the file as output support in multi-run experiments. For users and private cloud owners who have a lot of internal cloud final users, we want to provide group access to models. For instance, you want to add 10 model users. For now, you should click one by one these users. With the group access feature, you will be able to add all the users to some group and grant access to the entire group with one click. Also, we want to improve our private cloud administration and installation. API for node management allows us to simplify cloud enterprise installation and maintenance. Administration dashboard will get more settings and configurations which are currently available only through terminal. And of course, we want to provide editable model categories for private cloud owners. And here, of course, I'm glad to bring Yulia Tropina as AnyLogic 9 product owner. Yulia will be your presenter and describe our next plans about AnyLogic Cloud and AnyLogic 9 integration.
Please share my screen. Alex? Are you here? Okay. Okay, I think we're on now. Are we? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Very good.
So, thank you, Gregory. That was a brilliant presentation. And now let's talk about AnyLogic 9. So, we'll first talk about what it is. Then I'll show you the live demo of the current technology preview version, which will actually take the most part of the presentation. We'll go through its limitations, some implementation details, and discuss our future plans. So AnyLogic 9 is the upcoming version of AnyLogic, and starting from this version, the development environment itself moves online. So no installation needed. You just open your favorite browser, type URL, and start modeling. It is entirely redesigned, and we improved UX a lot so that process of building models becomes more convenient, easy, and fast. We aim at keeping high performance, which means that you should be able to build models of large stadiums, airports, railway stations, highway junctions. And here I mean both design time performance, so which means a large number of objects on the editor, sophisticated logic, and runtime performance, which means a large number of agents moving simultaneously. AnyLogic 9 is deeply integrated with AnyLogic Cloud, which actually serves as a model storage and experiments execution environment. We are going to provide 3 installation options, so software as a service, private server, and desktop installation. And we keep our promises, and a lot of cool features related to the topics you can see on the screen. All of them we mentioned during our previous conferences. They are also be implemented.
Can I have a comment here? Because I have to do it because I was the one who was making all these promises, and again, those of you who attended the AnyLogic Conference 2019, I think, right? They heard from me that AnyLogic 9 will be available in year 2000, and right now it's already September 2021, and it's not yet exactly there. But so I overestimated, or maybe I underestimated the complexity of the new product. The good news is that we're moving exactly along the same roadmap. We are working hard on AnyLogic 9, and in a second you will see its current status, and then at the end of this presentation, you will learn when we plan to really release AnyLogic 9.
Thank you, Andrei. So, yeah, let's turn to AnyLogic 9 demo. So let me switch to the browser, as I said. Please full screen mode on. Thank you. And I recommend all of you who are listening to me enable full screen mode on as well. So our journey to AnyLogic 9 starts with AnyLogic Cloud. You now have an option of creation of a new model. So let me click. Okay. First, of course, you need to be logged in. I'm sorry. Look. We are creating a new model. Okay. Here we are. The model is created and it is automatically opened in AnyLogic 9. So here we are. You can see the design becomes much more clean and minimalistic. I'll go through the key differences. So first is toolbar. We just have a single main menu, an indicator of what's going on. Are we placing objects? Are we editing something? Next is something completely new. We decided to move the ability to create some most frequently used elements to the toolbar. So currently here we can see parameter and plain variable, and other elements will be also added there. So regardless the modeling approach you use, regardless the vertical library you use, you definitely need them. That's why they are here. One more cool thing is what we call multiple creation mode. So if I click a parameter and click canvas, then I have a new parameter created. I click again, and one more parameter is here. So we know that pattern that people usually create several parameters one by one. So that's why it's here. Okay, and next, at the center of the toolbar, there is a model name and model version name. So from now on, the versions in AnyLogic Cloud are identified not by numbers, but by names. Okay, and on the right-hand side, there are buttons that are responsible for synchronization with cloud and running the experiments. So first button allows us to upload changes. Of course, we also have autosave option, but if you want a full control, you can do that. Next button runs just a simple simulation with animation in AnyLogic 9 directly. And next button brings us to AnyLogic Cloud, where we can execute other types of experiments. So some menu for options related to zooming and canvas, and user menu, where is the very useful link to help. Okay, let's go further. Currently, we support two libraries. The palettes are still presented on the left-hand side. And let's build a simple model of a bus stop. And I'll show you all the new cool features we have here. So you can expand or collapse a library, whichever you like. I prefer the collapsed one. It will utilize both pedestrian and process model libraries. So I have dragged and dropped pet source block. Properties are still on the right hand side, and you can see a red strip here for appears at property, which means that this property is required and is not filled. One more new option here is an ability to create a corresponding markup element directly from the property. So I just click create new target line and start drawing it. So it automatically appears here. I'm going to create a new type of pedestrian. Let it call pedestrian. And let it have the default animation. Okay. I can start drawing a connector by single or double clicking, and when it is drawn, we can see another new thing. It is a menu which allows us to quickly create next element. The suggestions here are just the most frequently used objects after the previous one, according to our expertise. Okay, some of our pedestrians will have a ticket while others will have to buy it. Okay. You can also drag and drop a block from a palette, just like you do in AnyLogic 8. Either alignment of ports or the connector can be drawn. Okay, so this is a block for going to bus stop. Okay. The same with markup elements. Just drag and drop an area and specify it in the properties. Okay. Let's add a service. Okay. And one more new thing is see how I connect this by ticket block with the previous and the next one. Just single click a port, single click the second port, and we automatically get a nice connector with right angles. Same for the next connection. Here we are. And even if I move a block, okay, I need to auto-align it. Even if I move a block, the shape is realigned. So this allows for building the flowcharts about 30% faster. Okay, now then I'll utilize another the menu that suggests next block. Pedestrian will wait for a bus at the same area. Okay, by the way, I also need to add a markup for our service. Let me do this. Okay. And now let's turn to creation of buses. I switched to a process modeling library. Buses will appear regularly once a minute. First time right at the model start. And let's add a point node as a markup element. I'll also change the speed to 10 kilometers per hour just for animation purposes. Okay, then let's add a delay here, which will occupy the same node. And I'll change the time here to somewhat like, okay. Then the bus will pick up the passengers and move further to the next stop. Here we are. And now we need to connect these two parts of flowcharts with each other. So I need to stop treating my elements, my pedestrians as pedestrians, or just add them to a queue, just as they are. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let's connect. Let's connect this block to the bottom port of pickup element. And one more cool feature about connectors is that we can parallel transfer. We can make a parallel transfer of a connector section. Okay, let me draw a path. Here it is. I'll change its width here. And one more thing is animation. So I'm going to create a new type of agent. I'll call it bus. And choose bus animation here. Okay. And I think we are done with this. So let us just run the model.
No, we don't need that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can see the animation of a bus appear, and pedestrian starts the traveling. So some of them are going to a pet service block and buy tickets, while others are going to nodes. So the pedestrians are then picked by bus and should be moved further. So, okay, we're sorry about that. It seems that we need one more block here, but let's try to avoid it and just add another option here. Okay, I'll just destroy my pedestrians here and create a corresponding just regular agents that will represent.
Yeah, but can't we just use not pet sync but pet exit?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. I think we should switch to full screen back because people are asking for it. Yeah. So thanks, Alex.
Okay. So our pedestrians will leave this system, and other agents will be created at the same time, and they will be picked up by the bus. Okay, let's run it. Okay, now we have pedestrians disappear from this area, and our bus is moving to the next stop. Okay. Well, actually, we are done with this demo.
Yulia, maybe just a couple of quick questions right away.
Sure.
So what you did, you basically opened the browser, right, and started editing the model in the browser. So where is this model? It's where is it stored? Do we have the kind of source files? When you close the browser, what's going to happen?
Yeah, okay. So the AnyLogic Cloud serves as a storage for both source files of the model and jar file that are executed by AnyLogic Cloud. So when we see animation experiment here, basically it is animation provided by AnyLogic Cloud.
So as you are editing the model kind of source file is constantly being saved by the cloud. Would that be correct to say?
Yeah, it's correct. So not absolutely constantly, but we have an autosave intervals. Yeah.
Okay, and then when you press run, the model gets somewhere in the cloud it gets compiled.
Right.
And as long as it has been already uploaded to the cloud, it's already there. Yes, so you don't need to upload it, and it's just run just as any other model that sits in the cloud already. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And we can also go to the cloud experiment page, which opens in a separate tab, and brings us to the experiment page of this particular version. So we can also conduct or experiment here. I guess I'll not do this just because it will see just the same picture. And let's go back to the slides. Okay, now you may turn full screen mode off and bring our video back. Thank you. Okay, so let's go through the technology preview limitations. So obviously what you have just seen is not fully functional version, and here listed all the elements that are supported experiments. So just two libraries, corresponding blocks and markup elements, representation shapes. Important thing here is that we don't support backward and forward, we don't provide backward and forward compatibility with AnyLogic 8, so we cannot currently open a model created in AnyLogic 8 in AnyLogic 9. So currently it is integrated with AnyLogic Public Cloud only. But the good news here is that thanks to software as a service concept that we use, that allows us to deliver all fixes, all new features as fast as possible, and you don't even need to install anything. And here is another good news that we're happy to announce that the technology preview already can be accessed by all subscribers of AnyLogic Public Cloud for free for a year. And let's see.
So actually, can we say that right now that anybody who has AnyLogic Public Cloud subscription can log into the cloud and start building models there? Is this correct?
Yes, this is absolutely correct.
And it's going to work?
I hope so.
Okay.
Cool. So that is the bonus for subscribers that I promised at the beginning of this presentation. But of course, this is only technology preview. We don't guarantee any stability or any other things. But nevertheless, would encourage you to use AnyLogic 9 and to give us your feedback. So please, just anything that you find can be improved, anything that is not convenient at the moment, with respect to the listed limitations, please do write to our support, etc. We really are desperately looking for your initial feedback on the new product.
That's right. That should be my words as a product owner of AnyLogic 9. So please use and give us your feedback. And let's go further. This slide is devoted to some implementation details. So since AnyLogic 9 is web-based, it is basically, consists of two parts: front end, which utilizes the micro front end concept. We use state-of-the-art technologies, frameworks, and libraries such as Angular, React, and MobX. And we also use WebSockets for front end and back end interaction. Okay, so our backend is a distributed system which is implemented with a Spring Cloud framework, which is used for all regular partners of distributed systems. We use Amazon computational nodes for on-demand horizontal scaling, and if you use private server, you can also integrate with other cloud providers. Okay, support for multi-users access and code completion functionality is implemented with a language server. Okay, here we are, and let's turn now to the plans.
All right, so this is another part of our roadmap. This time we're obviously focusing on AnyLogic 9 timeline. So right now we are here, and today technology preview is open to cloud subscribers. And of course, it is very limited product, very limited, and we would like you to test the new basic UI concepts. How convenient it is to use the toolbar, the palettes, the new editor, the properties, etc., etc. Now, the next major point will be hopefully next September and the next AnyLogic Conference. So we plan to release 9 in SaaS mode only in 1 year time from now. It will have most part of AnyLogic 8 functionality, and it will be available for public cloud users as well. I mean, for public cloud subscribers, and to private cloud users, because it's very natural, you know, to add AnyLogic 9 to the private cloud installation. In between now and next September, we will be constantly adding and delivering to you new features, and you will watch kind of in a real time how AnyLogic 9 catches up with AnyLogic 8 in functions, like more libraries, more elements, more blocks, more functionality. Later on, after AnyLogic 9 SaaS release, we have a lot to do, actually, because we have to keep to all promises that we made with regards to teamwork, to supporting Python, and those of you who have seen the previous presentation know that we have already great progress on Python in AnyLogic. We also plan to enhance our functionality like 3D editing, GIS, building information model, etc., etc. And just to be consistent with the AnyLogic 8 presentation, once again, at some point in time when AnyLogic 9 has cloud, server, and desktop installation available and fully catches up with the AnyLogic 8 functionality, AnyLogic 8 will be merged into AnyLogic 9. And of course, there will be very smooth transition with compatibility, etc., etc. Okay, so what's next? Questions, and I guess we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
So let's, I guess, Gregory, you did have time.
Yeah.
And
goes first.
Yeah. So please, if you answer the question, please read it first, and then.
Yeah, sure. The tool is web-based. Are the models saved in the user's hard drive, same for output files and database? Correct. The tool is web-based, and everything is stored in the cloud till you download them. So you can download results as file. In this case, they are stored locally, but till you work in the cloud, everything is in the cloud. Okay, next question. Can the cloud be local to the user, or it is always on AnyLogic Cloud? The private cloud can be called local cloud. You can install it on your computer, plug off internet cable, and it will be completely local.
Yes, so the answer is yes. It will be available in the private cloud as well as in the public cloud.
Yes. Third question, what's the internationalization library that you're using? It's translocal. Next question, that's as file as output helps a lot. Congrats. Thank you. That's not a question. Yes, yes. Thank you, Ben. And next question, which cloud version would be minimum required to store and extract data from published simulation games? Well, it depends on what you mean on the simulation game. And basically, for very basic games, you need dashboards, you need API. So I suppose the subscription option is the minimum cloud version you need. But it depends on game, of course.
Or any version of the private cloud.
Yeah, of course, on any version of the private cloud. Thank you, Alex. Okay, the next question. Would it be possible to provide pay-per-use AnyLogic Cloud subscription?
That's a tricky one.
You know, guys, we're technical guys here. We're not money guys. There are others who will answer that question much better than us.
Yeah, but we will think about that, I guess. That's a new one.
Yeah, next question. I'm looking forward for JS features in AnyLogic Cloud. Oh, sorry, AnyLogic 9. Yeah, sure. In the next year, we'll should cover them. How will the Cloud Sync will work with
Git?
With Git.
Okay, so well, the thing is, we're aiming to providing a good solution for teamwork support. This does not necessarily has to be Git. We're experimenting with different things here, but our aim is to make a Git-like workflow where you have different branches with sequences of changes, and different people will be able to work in parallel on their versions of the model, and they will be able to merge them at some point. So we're looking into this right now, and if it will be Git in the end, it will be Git, but I really cannot tell for real. But the workflow will be like that. So people will edit them in parallel, and they will merge them.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Next question is about network. What happens when you lose connection to the network? So AnyLogic 9 stores all information on the server side. So the last updates received from your computer will be saved. So you can open the model from a computer with connection to the network and continue from the last.
Yeah, I guess we partially answered that question as well. So there are frequent autosaves, and you will not lose your. Of course, you will not lose your model, your information.
Yeah, the next question is, how can multiple people work on the same model if it is in the cloud?
Well, we kind of answered this one already.
Through teamwork,
yes,
through teamwork support.
Yeah. What will be the Java editor functionalities? Hopefully something similar to standard like Eclipse, with a number of actions that will be executed with a single click, creating getters and setters.
Well, right now we have the code completion option, and it's already there, but we're aiming to extend it with all the types like functionalities like jump to definition, etc., etc. I don't really know about getters and setters. Yulia, do we need them?
Not really, not really. I guess the basically the syntax highlighting, one thing, code completion is another thing, and navigation through the code by clicking like using hyperlinks. This is the third main thing that we need.
Well, we can say that we're going to support all the functionality of an IDE that is necessarily for comfort editing. So
yeah,
it definitely will evolve. Comparing to AnyLogic. Is it possible to make systems? So these questions are more about AnyLogic 9, I guess. So is it possible to make a system dynamics model? Not at the moment, but of course we'll support this library as well. Will we have the ability to customize the suggestion for the next block menu? Well, that's a good idea. It's not implemented yet, but well, thank you for the feedback you already brought to us. So we'll think about it.
Well, we can say that the current contents of the menu was taken
by all the expertise. So at some point we will definitely add search there. That's what we'll do for sure. And as well as we'll add search, quick search for palette to make it easier to find necessary blocks. So maybe then the idea of customization would be a bit less useful. If AnyLogic will work on the cloud, that should be possible to connect databases with current info for developing control towers.
Let me pick it. So right now, if you're working with the AnyLogic Cloud, and you mean the AnyLogic Cloud SaaS version, you can have your connections to databases as long as you have this subscribed account. If this is your private cloud, you're free to go. You can connect whenever you want. The same goes for the models developed in the AnyLogic 9.
Yeah, and actually, the AnyLogic Cloud was designed, I mean, even before 9, what is designed exactly for purposes like that one, right? When you have developed your model already, you think it's working good, it's operational, and it is some environment for operational usage of simulation models where they can connect and kind of work in connection with other elements of your business information infrastructure. So yes, of course.
Yep.
Okay, next question. How will collaboration on the same model in the cloud work? Already answered?
Yeah,
right?
that goes for the teamwork.
Yeah. Any ideas to add some code editing features like modern IDEs have? Maybe to start with code highlight.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think we already
have.
answered this. Yes.
Yeah. Is there any kind of certification in the learning process of AnyLogic?
Training diploma.
Yeah, we have our standard training, and anybody who successfully completes the training gets a certificate from us. So far, that's the only one they have.
Can we create Java classes like in the previous versions of AnyLogic? Not now, but of course we will add this. Does AnyLogic has connection to MATLAB? We used Java libraries to call MATLAB and to connect AnyLogic to MATLAB. For fuzzy agent-based modeling, just want to know if there is any built-in connector or easier ways than what we used before.
I can pick up this question. And MATLAB provides Java drivers for connection of Java programs to MATLAB, and it is the easiest way. So there is no easier way. Maybe we can include MATLAB lead to the default AnyLogic installation option, but there is no easier way just because connectivity library is the easiest way.
Okay, 2 more questions and 2 minutes. If the user needs to present the model in an offline environment, how can the user use the tool without an internet connection? So at the moment, there's no ability to do this.
I mean, with the AnyLogic 9 tech preview.
Tech preview, yes, of course, yes. But
this is something that we're going to do through this year. So in the next September, you will be able to download a standalone version of the model and share it.
So the function of exporting a standalone model kind of runtime will be there for sure.
Does AnyLogic 9 support tablet? Not now, but we are exploring how many requests we have for this feature, and so our technologies allow us for adding this ability.
Yeah, there are like this should be possible. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have 1 minute left, so let's speed up.
Let's maybe pick 1 or 2 questions.
Yeah. Are connectors to dashboard tools on your roadmap, like Power BI, etc.? We consider Cloud API as a way to connect it in your custom applications, and we hope to create such example in the next year. Next question: tentative timeline for inclusion of Python as another scripting language. So it's mentioned on the last slide in the presentation. Please check it. Will any logistics?
Yeah, just on Python. Those of you guys who are interested in kind of Python preview with AnyLogic 8 should email us at python@anylogic.com. just indicating this request, and that was announced in the previous presentation.
Yeah, okay, we don't have time anymore. We have 3 questions left. I read them and we can answer them in chat, I believe. I hope it works, and thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed AnyLogic 9. Thank you, colleagues.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Outstanding presentation. Thank you, Alex, Gregory, Yulia, and Andrei for the amazing work and for the future of AnyLogic software. This is all very exciting. From the new features of AnyLogic Cloud, they're great. And as someone put it in the chat, it makes it 10x more usable, which is outstanding. And I'm sure everyone will agree with me when I say thank you to Andrei for the insights on the development process for AnyLogic 9. And we are all really looking forward to the general release next year. Let's see if we keep that date. But for now, those of you who have AnyLogic Cloud subscriptions, jump on board and try out the AnyLogic 9 preview. We will really appreciate your feedback. Thanks again to the AnyLogic development team for their great presentations. Obviously, there's quite a few questions. If anybody else has further ones they'd like to ask, please feel free to reach out to the presenters directly through the platform. Click on the presentation. You can see their pictures there in their bio, and you can send them messages directly. Thanks.